Hey folks, this is Vagrant. Welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. We are working our way through the Jaws of Hakon DLC. Many exciting things are going on. We're probably like a third of the way through. And we're working our way now up the mountain to find Runa, who has decided to go on a little expedition. A little mountain climbing expedition, all on her lonesome. We've tracked 3 of her axes down so far, and we're about to find axe number 4, or maybe something more informative than an axe, although I suspect... Oh. What is that?
Marker. Here.
It is indeed. Those 2 axes. This girl just has axes on axes on axes. That's 5 we found so far. Maybe you need 5 axes to go mountain climbing. I'm not sure why you would, but maybe you do. They just haven't invented crampons and stuff at this point in time. Which, to be fair, that's not that unlikely. There's an astrarium over there. We'll grab that while we're here. And then we need to go... I'll just go up here. We'll wrap back around. Okay, this is interesting. Where are we? There's a rift. There's a bear nearby, finally. That looks like the Jaws of Hakon over there. And there may be an exit. I'll poke over there in a minute as well. I will say there's one thing Frostback Basin is very good at, and it's very varied. There's a lot of different things going on, lots of different sort of environments and places.
Over there. Just in time. Join the fray. The fight's a worthy one.
I mean, it's just a gurgit. It's not that worthy. I'll protect you. No worries, Runa. And she doesn't sound like she wants protecting per se, but whatever. I think he's okay, actually. Hey, Runa.
Well thought. I'd heard lowlanders were about. You'd be the Inquisitor.
Runa is
From
tiny.
hand.
Your cousin was looking for you.
Oh? Oh, the fishing. I was to help Lena with the fishing. I must make an offering to the gods first. Shall I give your names in the prayer?
Sure.
I'd be honored to be mentioned in your offering.
The spirits will remember.
That generally helps to respect local traditions now and then.
Is this wise? Sometimes the spirit's attention can linger.
She's looking right at the camera. Oh, guests of the hold approval. Okay, so we're doing side missions to make people in the hold like us. Oh, let's observe the prayer, I suppose.
The lady keeps the skies, where blows the morning wind. Korth grants mountain shelter, Hakon blooded hide and bone. Take this gift from Runa Learsdotten, and the Inquisitor from the lands below.
I just felt something.
A blessing? That's a good sign. You bring fine luck, Herald.
Well, I didn't expect it to just pop up.
We've been favored. The gods don't always appear. I'll tell Lena this tale. Perhaps a good story will put a smile on her face.
I got plus dexterity for that. I wonder if you get different stats depending. You probably do get different stats depending on your class. I think it's something they could have done throughout more of the game, actually, is give us like those little permanent stat boosts. Because really, other than the fade, when does that ever happen? It doesn't really. I guess you would get too strong too quickly, though. Right, down we go. Let's grab this astrarium. There's some people to murder. Always fun. What have we got here? Spy. Oh, no ranged characters at all. What a lovely, lovely thing that is. The spies are pretty brutal when they get at you, though. That's a case in point, really. And they don't freeze? No, they don't freeze. Need to heal. Poison, come back, please. Poison, come back, please. Thank you. His armor... he made the silly mistake of getting his armor post 50% health. So he just absolutely bloody melted. Right. Where is this spooky boy? Oh, you're not really spooky boy. You can be a spooky boy if you want to be a spooky boy. I'm not judging. Let's have a little look here. What are we building? We are... Oh my god. It's a mountain. Okay, let me think about this. No, wrong. If I go if I go so I need to finish. That doesn't work. I think wait, I'm there, aren't I? I think I've got this. Whether I can remember what I just planned out. If I'm gonna hit that top bit. Have I dropped down from here? Yeah. I'm not gonna hit hit the top. No, bear with me. Bear with me. I planned this out in my head. Yeah, if I go up. If I go and we do this sort of the shape around. Like this. This works, right? I feel like I've got a lot better at those. Constellation Belenus. According to Avar legend, Korth the Mountain Father kept his throne at the peak of the mountain, Belenus, which lay at the centre of the world and was so lofty that from it he could see all the corners of the earth and sky. Over time, bold young Avar would challenge each other to scale the mountain of the gods. At first, Korth found this amusing, and he delighted in the valour of their failed attempts to enter his hold. Then Sindri Skybreaker, boldest of the heroes of old, succeeded in climbing to the summit and stood in the hall of the Mountain Father in the flesh. Korth, being a good sport, gave Sindri a hero's welcome, and the mortal returned to the Frostbacks with tales of the feasts of gods and gifts from Korth. And soon more and more heroes were barging into the hall of the Mountain Father, demanding to be showered with honours. Korth grew weary of throwing banquets, and the other gods began to fear his temper. So Korth spoke to the Lady of the Skies and lifted Belenus from the earth into her realm, which could not be reached even by the most intrepid climber, and there he dwells in peace. What is that there? Do you see that? What's that all about? It's like a beam in the sky. I think it was my marker, but why it stretched into heaven is beyond me. Right, it's going alright so far. Off we pop. One more striving to do. Quite a few more shards to find, but only one more shard finder to find. And I need to sneeze really badly. I'm resisting. I can feel my body going, don't, just, nah. It's like someone has just thrown pepper into my face all of a sudden. Maybe someone has. Maybe I've got my own spirit. The pepper spirit. The spirit of pepper is chasing me down. I do love pepper. Peter, you picked a pack. What is it? Peter picked a pick of pickled. Peter picked a peck of pickled peppers. You wouldn't pick a pickled pepper though. Wait, this makes no sense. You wouldn't pick a pickled pepper because the pepper won't be pickled. Could you grow a pickled pepper? Right, if you had a pepper plant and you grew it in could you like spray it with vinegar as it grew and like pickle it as it grew? Is that a thing? I don't know. I suspect not. The Frozen Gate. The gate remains frozen even at the height of summer. A piece of ice chiseled from the hole remained unmelted in a bucket of warm water, even withstanding the heat of burning embers. There's a thing about this where you have to put ice in certain... Oh, by the way, this is a small thing. If you boil water first and then freeze it freezes quicker than cold water. A piece of ice chiseled from the hole remained unmelted, withstanding the heat of burning embers. I've never seen such magic. Our Avard guide, Ragnar, will tell me nothing about what lies beyond the frozen wall. I've exhausted all possibilities and shall have to accept I shall never pass beyond the gate. I've retained the piece of ice for my own use. Its properties make it perfect for chilling my cider on hot days. I shall take pleasure in this and try not to fixate on my unsated curiosity. If I could have like an unlimited ice cube, that would bring me such immense joy in life. I over ice everything. I fill a pint glass with like 6 ice cubes, massive ones, and then pour in. It's actually a perfect size for 330ml. Now I'm assuming to get through this we need the shards, because that's kind of what the thing mentioned earlier.
Does this say overcompensating to anyone else?
I don't see where to put the shards. So I'm going to go collect them and hope something happens. I definitely get the impression that's what it is anyway. It would make sense. Let's go close the rift and go say hello to a magical mystical bear. Hi-ho, hi-ho. It's off to work we go. Okay, rift's up there. Ran out of things to say, recording 2 episodes in a row, so nothing's happened in my life. Didn't mean to do that. Go on, Shadies. Anything but the other lads, and I'm happy. Not fear demons. Alright, no. I complimented you, you're not allowed to actually hurt me. There's rules in place, guys. Hello. You're right over here. $12,200. One of my records on a normal enemy. It's gonna be hard to beat the record on larger enemies. What was it? 22,000 or something? I didn't go back and check. I also didn't check whether that symbol was always there, which is what I wanted to do. Absolutely no misery demons. What a beautiful world we live in. A lot of fear demons though, and a feeling. I've seen it. Oh, it's a little spider. I guess the fear demons are new, so why would I have seen that? This is a crazy rift. I'll say that much. This is probably one of the bigger rifts I've ever fought. More the feeling. Killed the mother. Killing the mother kills the whole thing. That was crazy. Rearranging my head. Bear with me. Oh. Bloody strap in the wrong place. Might be time for a new headset. It works fine. It sounds great. It's a decent headset. It's just... I wear it every single day, basically, for hours, so it's kind of just falling apart naturally over time. Right, what did I just see down here? Let's go look for the bear, I guess. Love a bear. That's how my dad says bear. Stirs, burr, purr. And women, for some reason, is not women, it's woman. Like, a woman, one woman is a woman, and 2 women is woman. I don't really know why, but we do tease him pretty mercilessly about it. It comes up every single Christmas. Okay. What is this? Abandoned jail, locked door. Okay. What is going on here? Okay. Another locked door. Alright.
That didn't work.
How do you know? How can you possibly know that, Varric? I am confused. It's very interesting. I'm concerned that I have to... You would assume that it's going to work eventually and that I have to come back and pull that later on with something else done. I'm trying to figure out... I mean, I assume I have to drop down here. See if we can do so safely. Relatively safely. It's never going to be actually... Oh, yeah, there's actually a path. Sometimes you got to take a bit of a scenic route, okay? Very interesting. Very interesting. Where are these locked doors,
Someone
though?
fought something big here.
Oh.
Could be that bear the Avar are looking for.
Do you reckon it's in the
The
cave?
bear isn't dead. It has to be nearby.
Ooh. I feel like I'm approaching this from such a weird angle. It's down here. Oh, alright. Look, we got where we wanted to go, alright? That's all that matters. This is the abandoned jail. I'm really curious what that thing upstairs does. Super curious. Up you pop. Come on. Thank you. Okay, but all the doors are down here, so what is the point of the thing? Of the thing upstairs? I freed the bear. Help me, bear, help me! Get in there, buddy. Bears, you've been like my mortal enemy for this entire game, but we've finally turned the tide. We're finally friends. Hey. Should we leave? Let's leave. I think I need to get the bear outside. You coming with? Come on, bear. Come on, buddy. There you go. Good bear. Who's a good bear?
The lowlanders have freed the sacrifice. Jaws of Hakon, destroy them.
A sacrifice? I was kind of, in my head, I was like, well, you know, just finding the bear isn't really justifiable for, like, this idea of, you know, breaking this peace treaty. That seems like a bad idea to me. However, now that we know that they... We're gonna help out. Now that we know that they stole the bear and plan to sacrifice it, I think going to war with the Jaws of Hakon has suddenly become a lot more justifiable, you know? You can't steal someone's bear. You're free, buddy. Return to your... Goddamn Avar Cotton. It haunts me. Oh, Veilfire. Historian. Not sure what we need it for, but we might need it for something. Let's have a look back inside. See what's going down. Well, they're locked, but I can open them anyway. Aha! Hello, lovely. Scepter. Oh, that's rubbish. That's really, really bad. Why do I Veilfire? Just gonna check in the cells to see if there's like a rune inscribed in one of them. I hear music. Maybe I just have Veilfire because it's pretty. But, oh wait, oh, that's interesting looking. That's kind of like that person back at the hold, right? They had something similar to this. Whoa. Mysteries of the Frostback Basin. Okay. A voluminous pile of notes and observations, half diary and half research notes. These parchments have no clear order, if they ever did. So I'm stretching and yawning. Midway through. Oh, God. At the top, someone has written mysteries, blah, blah, blah. Secret prisoners of Tevinter. Long ago, this would have been under the water until the Tevinter drained much of Swamp Coulsdotton to build this prison. Why make a jail so remote? For prisoners they wish to hide. Tevinter has made war on... Why the random capitalization? Tevinter has made war on Orlais many times, but I now believe there is also a secret war between them that the common people are not allowed to see. This prison is a remainder of the secret war that continues in our time. I speak of Orlais's attempts to rouse the Snake Kings of the Earth against Tevinter's alliance with the Moon Men. What the heck are you talking about? This is explained in Sir Yeek's pamphlets, of which I've read many, which explain things such as why the snake appears in Tevinter drawings and how the Snake Kings came to exist. Crystals, obviously. Did Moon Men have their Tevinter allies keep the reptilian ones here so they could interrogate them at their leisure? None can say, but I will say yes, as that fits my theories. It's conspiracy theory jokes. Someone has sketched landmarks on the back of one of the papers, a crumbling Tevinter wall standing in a shallow marsh, an island in the middle of a river, something that looks like a Tevinter prison, and a small Tevinter outpost with a terrace on one side and a metal sculpture in the courtyard. Okay, so I still don't know what that thing at the top is for, though. Why did I pull it? I thought it was going to be something to do with the prison, but it's not. 4 extra grenades. If I had a grenade build or cared about grenades, that would be pretty good. I do not. There's nothing else in here. Curious. Alright, whatever. Out we pop. All I can do is what's put in front of me.
Bet now, Sparkler.
Still good, actually.
You're crazy. We're beating Corypheus every time we turn around. He's on the run.
We're beating his minions, my hirsute little friend. Not the same thing. Besides, the moment we crush Corypheus into the sand, I'll be more than happy to pay up.
If he crushes us, you'll be dead.
That will make it harder to spend my winnings, true.
You guys know he's dead, right? I suspect you haven't been keeping abreast of what's going on here. We killed Corypheus. It's over. Right, let's head down. Let me think about this. We're going to head down west, grab the shards. I kind of just want to do everything that I can see in this region before we start heading north, essentially. Just easier than going back and forth across the map. It just feels better as well. So this is the swamp. It's cool. Mixing things up a little bit. Really, I'm just trying to knock out the fog of war because it annoys me. Feels a little out of place, this swamp, must be said. But all it takes is some spooky blue lighting and you've got yourself a creepy-ass swamp, you know? Right. Alright, let's grab that shard and then kill some creatures. And then there's one more somewhere out there. I'm assuming if I just get all the shards into my inventory... that's the Gurgut. I'm assuming if I just get all the shards into my inventory, it'll do what I want it to do. Can you come here? In a very awkward position, Gurgut. It's like you're not even trying to die. Come on. Thank you. Slightly awkward positioning for me, given how I have to play this game, but hey ho. Get behind him, stab him in the booty. Do some serious deeps. Even the attack that builds up from the lightning ball isn't bad. It crit for 8,000 damage. That's pretty sweet. Really seems to be doing much to put up a fight, does it? It's just kind of accepting its fate. Occasionally running around. It's clearly really struggling with the... Whoa! It's clearly struggling quite a lot with the topology of the area. Down you pop. Elf fruit. You always need elf fruit. Oh, hello. Why are all the people huge? Ooh. 241 DPS, is that alright? Masterwork Grey Warden Shield, very cool. Tier 4 schematics. I'm not under attack, you numpty. Tier 3 Masterwork. On hit, yeah, game 5 guard. Never going to complain about that one. What does the game think I'm getting attacked by? Alright, anyway, I'm going to go get the shard, which I suspect is in a horrible place from where we are now. What are you guys fighting on? You're killing something. I guess as long as you're having fun, guys, that's fine. Can I get through here? Oh, nice. Very nice. Let's have a little peek at that sword. See if it's any good for Blackwall. Nope. Not even slightly. Okay. Just good to check every now and again. Well, all the weapons I've got are a bit pointless. It's good because I need the money, so... I keep thinking about giving up everyone else and like holding things back for them, but you don't really need to. Like, there hasn't been... If you think back to Dragon Age Origins, I think there was a part towards the end where we did have to use everyone else. You know, when the gang split up when we were taking down the Archmage. The Archdemon, I should say. I'm guessing I have to go all the way along here. And I kind of I've been careful with Inquisition just in case that happened again. And it's still good. We've still got this DLC to go. We've still got Trespasser to go. You know, there's still plenty of time for that to happen. But it hasn't happened yet. So I'm starting to suspect it won't. I guess that doesn't make sense. It never happens until it does. But I think we'd be fine regardless. So I need cash to buy pretty windows. Oh, that was close. How am I gonna? Oh, hey Dorian. Ah, you son of a. The jump is really tight, so I'm trying to take it right to the edge. I wish I could fly, as I so often do. As this bird is proving ably. Hello. That was well timed. I thought yesterday, like sometimes just weird little coincidences stick out so much. So I've got creatine in the kitchen because I put it in my protein shakes. You got 5 milligrams of creatine, 5 grams, I should say, of creatine a day. Hello? Alright, well, you guys go do that. I'm not interested. And I was just looking at my creatine as I went into the kitchen, and it's micronized. It says on the thing that it's micronized creatine. I was like, okay, why do I care? Like, this doesn't mean anything to me. That is micronized creatine. It literally means nothing to me. I was thinking to myself, what's the difference between creatine and creatine? And I think it's something to do with how it's formed in the body and blah, 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 blah. And I walked in, and I pressed play. I was watching an episode of House. I decided to rewatch House. And I swear, and this was like the only time I'd thought about creatine in months. I was just thinking about creatine. And I sat down, I pressed play on my episode of House, and within 10 seconds, they mentioned creatine for the first time in the series. It was very strange. Anyways, the mystery of the aqueducts. After much reading, I know that the winter walls by the lakes were called aqueducts, which were roads that carried water to their forts of stone. These aqueducts drained water from the lower regions, but that is not the whole reason the Winters changed the land. Parts of the basin have been altered in the past, which one can see if they're in the right mind for it. There's only one explanation. Paths of mystic resonance, or mystic lines, or ley lines run through the land. It's just a conspiracy theorist. I'm curious to see which ones we're going to end up with. The mages in the hold deny ley lines exist, ley lines. But they are protecting secrets of fraternity, or else are ignorant of secret. Lowlander Rise. As proof, Professor Warlen Vankin maps lines of power across the basin in his book Ode to the Ordo Templis Royalis. He does not say so in the book to a casual reader, but certain secret signs left by the professor to befuddle his enemies point to it very clearly if one reads the text 8 times. Yeah. The thing with conspiracy theories is they're stupid, but that's not the main thing. The main thing is, and this is my own I think low stakes conspiracies. There are some low stakes conspiracies which I will believe in. For example, I think aliens and all that kind of jazz. I think the government is very happy for people to think about aliens and think that they're hiding aliens from people and all that kind of thing. To distract from other things that are going on. What's going on with this Gurgurt? Yeah, it's now completely disappeared. That was very strange. My main thing that annoys me is, it's not really conspiracy theory related, but people keep buying into like government talking about jobs and foreign people coming to take your jobs and all this kind of jazz. And more like, okay, like I disagree with basically all right-wing politics. I kind of made that pretty clear throughout this series and throughout all my series ever. But in a way, it doesn't matter, and it's easy to get too wrapped up in it because the problem is not party lines. The problem is class lines, right? And distribution of wealth and all that kind of jazz. Like, we could live in such a better society if people were less greedy. That's very, very simple. Like, we could cure poverty at the click of a finger. It would take no work from people to do so. It genuinely would take no work for people to do so. And people don't do it. Because that's the capitalistic society we live in. And yet people are fighting about, oh, it's Jimmy from Rwanda is stealing my job. No, why don't we look at the billionaire who's paying you minimum wage, not even a living wage, but a minimum wage? Maybe he's your goddamn problem. And people don't realise that it's the government stoking these fires, and it's the higher class stoking these fires. They want you to blame your neighbour rather than looking at who's actually the problem. We need a revolution. But they've become very good at pitting us against each other so that it doesn't happen. People joke about the French, but the French don't stand for shit, I'll tell you that much. They tried to move the retirement age recently, and the protests were incredible. The French do not take anything lying down.
We're beating Corypheus every time we turn around.
Both of you are very stupid. He's dead, man. He's dead.
His minions, my hirsute little friend.
Hirsute's a great word, though.
Besides, the moment we crush Corypheus into the sand, I'll be more than happy to pay up.
If he crushes us, you'll be dead.
That will make it harder to spend my winnings.
It does make it an inherently stupid bet. It's like there's a thing about with football where you never bet on your team. You bet on the team against your team, because then if you win the bet, well, you got money, and it kind of like helps with the loss a little bit. And if you lose the bet, well, your team still won, you know. So it kind of covers both bases. You either get money or happiness. I used to bet a little bit. I never really got into it. I used to bet on like obscure leagues. I would bet on like Austrian basketball and stuff like this. I don't really know why. I just look at the odds and do it. I think if I was rich, gambling is one thing I would have to keep an eye on, because I think I don't gamble at all. I really don't. I go to a casino with my mate maybe once every 3-4 years, and that's about it. And I just play blackjack mainly, because I'm pretty good at blackjack. Poker as well. I used to gamble a lot on poker, but I'm a good poker player, so I enjoy poker. I enjoy it as a game, and the money just kind of makes it a bit more interesting. It was never big money. It was never like extreme amounts or anything. Never had extreme amounts to gamble. And to be honest, even when I made better money than I make now, I never used to gamble it. Regardless. But it is something that I think if I made proper money, I would have to keep an eye on, you know? I kind of know my tendencies, and I think that would potentially be one of them. I don't know for sure. But let's say I was making millions of pounds a year. I could see a world where I went to Vegas and blew like a few $100,000. I think. I don't know. I have a very all-in personality. In that, it kind of sounds like a positive, but I'm not trying to posit it as one. I don't really tend to half-ass things. I'm going to do something, and I'm going to really fucking do it, or I'm not going to do it at all. And that's really not a good way to live your life sometimes, because sometimes you just need to give something a bit of effort, or like, you know, it just means I'm very bad at doing everyday things sometimes. Like yesterday, the house needed a bit of a tidy. And I did. I cleaned the house, and then I rearranged the entire house as well. I spent about 7 hours doing the house, because I just thought, well, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do literally everything I've been thinking about. I don't know.
May I help you, Inquisitor?
Been to the island.
A spirit on the island held the memories and possessions of Ameridan's lover, a woman named Talana. It told us that Ameridan was here on orders from Emperor Draken himself, and where he went next.
Andraste's dimples. I may have received tenure from that sentence alone. Ameridan had a lover. Talana, you said. The Inquisitor's Lady Mage. There was such debate over whether she existed. And there were orders? This was a request from Draken? This changes everything.
It's fascinating to find new evidence about these things. The spirit said to follow the river to the north, and something about spires or spikes.
Up the river, the scouts have had trouble with Hackonites up there. I'll continue my research, but for now, your guess is as good as mine.
I'll speak with you later.
Okay. Follow the river and look for spires. As we try to track down the corpse of the old Inquisitor. So that's up there. That's a Hakon. Okay, so that's definitely the next region we want to go to. But let's go clean up these other missions on the way. Go talk to Colette finally, and then we'll nip back to the base as well. Back to the hold. Tony. Tony. thought she was at the base, to be honest, at the camp. She's apparently back in the swamp that I was in 5 seconds ago. And the landmark that I somehow missed. Well, that's ominous. As is the...
Should be overwhelmed.
Yeah, no shit. There's about 500 enemies. We took steps to avoid the Hackonites. Is it still moving? Yeah. We took steps to avoid the Hackonites and stayed out of their way for the most part. It would have gone on uneventfully had Price's inexperience not caused them to leave visible prints in the dirt. The jaws of Hakon use them to track us, and even Folker cannot throw them off the trail. Persistent bastards. We ended hiding amidst the mouldy corpses and sun-bleached bones that littered the ground around a strange shrine. It was carved of stone and capped with what looked to be a dragon skull. Thankfully, when the Hackonites traced us to the shrine, the sight of it made them stop short. They whispered amongst themselves, and their leader seemed to make a small bow of obeisance? I think it's obeisance to the skull. They then abandoned the chase. We still don't know what it was about that shrine that made the Hackonites balk. Perhaps we don't want to know. Oh, it's from Harding. I'm glad you're okay, Harding. She's just getting chased down by Hackonites, and that makes me sad. On my way, Colette. I'm on my way. You're fine. Calm down. I wonder if she would have died. I mean, she's losing health. She does have a health bar. Would she have died if I left her? She seems to be enjoying herself a little bit too much. Alright, Colette, let's calm down. That was goddamn loud. Girl's having the time of her life. And just walks away. Colette, hey.
Inquisitor. Still finding it difficult to breathe, but I'm not strewn across the landscape, so thank you. I'm Colette, Professor Kenrick's research assistant. I was hoping to conduct a survey of a Tevinter ruin in the hills. I may not have chosen the best route.
What were you hoping to find at the ruin?
The Tevinter's time here was brief, but their architecture endured, offering shelter, forming landmarks. Ancient Avar would have encountered these structures, which certainly predate Inquisitor Emeridan. Evaluating the ruins could offer insight into the region's history, once I can get set up.
You're still going there?
I've read everything we have on Emeridan, and studied up on new excavation techniques. I won't waste this opportunity. If you've a map, I can show you my destination, if you'd be interested in the findings.
Stay safe.
I will.
Sorry if you heard that, my alarm went off. I really need to change my alarm. I've set my alarm for 10:30 AM. And that's just kind of like, if all goes wrong, you know, I'll be awake at 10:30, which is not great, but it's okay. But I've been waking up at sort of 7, 8 AM fairly consistently for the past couple of weeks. I've maintained it. Today I woke up at 8:30. That's the latest I've woken up in ages, which concerned me slightly. So I have to try to push it back earlier tomorrow. And every single morning my alarm goes off, and I've been awake for several hours. But this is the second video I've recorded today, for God's sake, and we're 40 minutes in.
Goat-kissing, blood-drinking, Hackonite chicken craps. Thank you, Inquisitor. Storvacker has returned. My hunters saw what you and she did to the Hackonites who held her. Entrapping Storvacker, the jaws of Hakon broke their peace oath with Stonebear Hold. Our blades are yours.
She's complaining about it, but I just want to point out, you were going to break it first, you know? Just saying.
We welcome the help.
More than you know, Inquisitor. My hunters brought items back from where they held Storvacker. I know what they intended. It is not something you will like. Something few Avar would tell Lowlanders. But you must hear it.
Lay it on me.
The jaws of Hakon sought to bind their god in mortal form and bring war to the lowlands.
By saving your bear, have we put an end to their plans?
Though you have given them pause, they will try again. Ages ago, the old jaws of Hakon did the same. They brought their god to life to destroy the lowlands. Their foolishness lost Hakon to all Avar. Now they would free him and begin again.
You said that the Jaws of Hakon first tried binding their god in mortal form hundreds of years ago.
What of it?
In our search for Inquisitor Emeridan, we learned that he came here to fight a great dragon 800 years ago. A dragon that came from the mountains with Avar warriors to attack the lowlands.
Your last Inquisitor must have fought well to stop Hakon himself.
Based on what we know, what must we do to stop the jaws of Hakon?
Their hold is an old lowlander fortress. It is shielded by a great wall of ice. Magic even the Hakonites do not know. Unravel its magic, and we will scatter their bones so the lady never finds them.
Okay, so we need the shards.
I will speak with you later.
Fair hunting.
Interesting. So Hakon is their god, and he comes down in the form of a dragon. So I'm going to assume they're going to be successful, and we are going to have to take out that dragon at some point. Right. I've been very efficient, I've got to say. So up to there, or we can go left first. I'm not really sure. Let's go this way first. To the north, my friends. Which is this way. I know everyone can level up. I'm going to wait till I can level up. We can all level up together. Have a good wholesome moment. At least I've got something to spend my next 2 levels on. We're level 31 at the moment. We can get up to level 50. I think I mentioned this before, but in theory, I'm going to get weaker with every level. Because the enemies are scaling with me. But I'm not picking up useful abilities. Everything I'm getting now is nigh on pointless, right? So, I mean, my stats maybe go up, but my gear is maxed out, and my skills are maxed out. I think my gear is maxed out. It's nearly maxed out at the very least. So my skills are maxed out, but the enemies keep getting harder. So, you know, maybe that's a part of it. I don't like not being able to level up. It annoys me. So I'd rather level up and suffer, I suppose. How the heck am I getting up there? This looks promising. There's a big green thing. What are you, big green thing? You are a plant. Okay, this is not the way. I'm wondering if I need to approach from a different direction entirely. Maybe I want to go left. Okay, I'm going to go this way first then, because I think we kind of want to go like this. Maybe. Let's go help the Inquisition with the Hakons and look for the spires and do the rift. Also a plan. What's this? Spiders. Spiders. In my swamp? I got the AI doesn't acknowledge that an enemy might just be a single poison spider. We will throw every single goddamn spell we have, regardless of what the enemy is. We treat a dragon and a little spider the exact same way, basically. Fight Inquisition soldiers against the jaws of Hakon. It's just spiders, man. It's not jaws of Hakon, it's just spiders. Yeah, they're all over here.
Some of ours. We should help.
That's what I'm here for. That little spin the bow people keep doing is really irritating. Hello, big boy. Goodbye, big boy. Does he? I mean, he's on full health. Let's calm down a little bit. Come here. Done. Done. No, the cotton. One day, folks. One day I will click the cotton, and it will be a beautiful day. I think it's probably just a tier 4 crafting material, but... rubbish. I don't know. Seems a bit rude to go and steal all their stuff before I even talk to the guy. Or the girl. Pharaoh.
Lieutenant Pharaoh, sir. We've beaten back those Hakonite bastards. My men and I will hold here. The Hakonites along the river still pose a threat. After this last battle, we need time to fortify and regroup.
Dorian's very disappointed in the situation, clearly. He's just gazing into my eyes. It's kind of romantic.
What's the situation along the river?
Between the Hakonites and the wildlife, this isn't the easiest place to maintain a presence. The river's the best way for the Inquisition to send supplies from Skyhold, or it would be if we could travel safely along it. The Hakonites set up camps near the banks, and they attack anyone who gets within view.
That will be all, Lieutenant.
Sir?
Again, no mention that I'm going to help. Just, all right, good to know. good to have the information. Not going to do anything about it. Oh. Am I hungry? I just got hit with this wave of... Oh. Like, you know when you're starved... Like, I've been fine. I haven't felt anything this morning. I haven't eaten breakfast because I don't eat breakfast because breakfast is for nerds. I just got hit with this pang of painful, what feels like hunger. It might be something else. I don't know what it is. Either way, it didn't feel good. It's just proper... Like, it was strong enough to be slightly disorientating. I felt a little dizzy for a second. That was strange. I'm in my mid-30s, man. My body's gonna fall apart. It just is what it is. It's all downhill from here. I'm kind of determined not to. People with age obviously get worse and worse. I'm like, mid-30s is nothing nowadays, right? 30s is your new 20s, blah, 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 blah. But... you know, as people get older and older, especially I think 40s, people tend to slip a little bit. You have less testosterone and you work out less and blah, 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 blah. And I really am determined to kind of like... I want to get fitter with age, not less fit with age, you know, so keep working out, get stronger and stronger. I've got plenty of prime years left in me, I hope. I don't want to be one of those people who gets to like 60 and I can only like sit on the couch, you know. So we must keep training. Big goals for this year. I want to hit my first 200 kilogram lift this year. I say I want that. That feels quite unoptimistic. I think I should beat... that's actually not bad. It's not as good, but it's not bad. I should beat 200 kilograms on deadlift. My goal is actually 250. I want to add 100 kilograms to my deadlift. It hasn't moved in yonks. Absolutely yonks. No, I think this is the year. When I get my bench up to maybe 125 or something like that. I want to go from decent lifter to proper lifter. It's just about consistency, because I've been lifting for a while now, but I take like... I've had a few breaks that lasted like... Maybe I didn't stop for 6 months, but I would be sporadic for 6 months, so I wouldn't push weight for 6 months. I want to really get at it this year. Gonna get hench. I'm already pretty strong, but that's might be another. Right now I'm person who lifts. I want to be a lifter. I think it's a different thing. I know. I'm prattling on about it. You guys go and fight the spiders. Right, I'm gonna look for these Jaws of Hakon camps. If I just keep running, eventually they'll come to me, right? I'll talk about something else. I mean, it's like a weird situation. So there's this girl who, a friend of mine, been friends for a long time, used to hook up back in the day, way back when, back in sort of university. So we're talking 10 years ago that we used to hook up. I think we hooked up like twice. And now she's married and she's got kids. I think I've talked about this before. About the yeah, I have actually. Now they're married with kids, so we don't hook up anymore, obviously. And it was their birthday last month, but everyone kind of bailed. Stop talking about the bed. And I had to bail as well. I couldn't go, so we got rearranged to this month. Is this where I'm meant to be? Is it here? What is this, by the way? What's that cave? Oh, right. I'm hoping that's part of the same thing. Guess we're heading up this way.
We're beating his minions, my hirsute little friend.
They've had this conversation 3 times, and it's never been relevant.
The moment we crush Corypheus into the sand, I'll be more than happy to pay up.
If he crushes us, you'll be dead.
That will make it harder to spend my winnings, true.
It's the girl whose husband doesn't like me. He just has a bit of an issue with me, just because we used to hook up and stuff like that. He doesn't love that we're friends. I don't think it's a big thing, but it's a little bit of a thing. Anyways, so her birthday got rearranged to this month. And I've been asking for a little while now, right? So who's coming, blah, 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 blah. And she was talking about her friend who's coming along. And, that me and her mate are going to stay in the same hotel. And I kept asking, okay, so who else is coming? And never really got a response, never really got an accurate answer. And And then just yesterday, she seemingly got a message from this friend saying that, oh, he's only coming for a few hours. He can't stay anymore. Because, I can't remember. Just something's going on. So, I don't know. It's become this thing where there's going to be a bunch of us to, I suspect. Now, I don't know if this is going to happen for sure, but I'm gonna wager that by the time this event happens, and it's next week, it will only be us two. I think her friend, if he was ever planning to come, is going to... Curse you of Argotten is going to not come at all. I think he won't show up. So it's going to end up just me and her. And that's fine. You know, nothing's going to happen, obviously. You know, it's that's not the situation. But I don't know. There's just something funny going on. It's hard for me to place. And it feels like it keeps happening. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being paranoid. Spare demon. The spare demon, come back, please. I beg. I beg. Okay, there's only one of them. Which is fine. Jesus. I'm not sure I needed that tier 3 ultimate. I just used it because I thought, okay, yeah, I know we're building... Wait, I still got a tier 3 ultimate. Can I charge? Can I overcharge? Yeah, now I don't have it. Interesting. It's strange that you can't see it build up at all. Unless I'm crazy. Bit of a mess, isn't it? Oh, you can. It's the diamond pips. Yeah, I don't know. I know we need it for the boss, but we've got 95% extra generation. I just thought we'll just power through and we'll build it back up in time by the end. But maybe that's stupid. Who knows? Anything good? Master stamina. 60 max stamina. We've got like a new tier of items with these master ones. Now, I'm not using most of them because they're just not the right one. But maybe we could find like I'll go this way actually. Like a master crit one or something, like a master dexterity or something like that. But anyways, yeah, so I'm gonna go. I've booked a hotel, and I feel like it might just be a sadness on her part that her friends do keep bailing, and I kind of feel bad for her on that regard. And it just wouldn't be right for me to also bail. But given that slice of history between us, it feels loaded in a way that if I was the husband, maybe I wouldn't be totally comfortable with the situation. You know what I mean? I think if my wife... I've never been married, so I don't know. But, I mean, I've had girlfriends. Okay, if my girlfriend went on... And the idea is we're going out, we're going to drink, and we're going to the cinema. We are basically just going to go get drunk together and watch a film. That's the idea. And we are just friends, and we haven't hooked up in a very long time. So maybe it's fine. I think it's fine to be friends with exes. I don't think that's a big deal either. I'm friends with a few of my exes still. But would I be happy if my girlfriend went drinking solo with a guy she stuck up with? I'm going to suggest probably not. And I don't think that's, I don't think that's possessive or jealous or anything like that. I think that's a pretty reasonable stance to have. I think if there's multiple of you, it's okay. But I think one-on-one is a little bit tetchy, to say the least. And especially because I know the guy doesn't like me already, it feels like, yeah, I don't know. But maybe her friend will show up. Maybe other friends will show up, and maybe I'm just talking nonsense, you know? I'm not saying she's doing anything wrong. I'm not saying I'm doing anything wrong. I'm not saying anyone's doing anything wrong. I'm just thinking through the situation, I suppose. I don't know. It'll be fine. It'll be fine, I'm sure. It'll be fine. But it's making me examine how I would feel about certain things if I was in a relationship. Which I'm not at the moment, because I don't know what I'm doing, whether I'm moving or what's going on. I'll start dating again at some point, probably. Hey, leveled up.
If these Hackonites are all over the river, I can see why our people have had a hard time.
Even in the middle of nowhere, we find fanatics. Lucky us.
Right, we can level, and we can level our new thing, which I'm never going to use, which is very exciting. Do I want it to fly back, or... No, I want it to fly back. That's cooler. Okay, Dorian Fire, right? Yeah, I'm just going to get upgrades to the Fire. Fear Duration, yeah, that sounds better to me. Varric, definitely one of the tougher ones. I think we're just looking for good passives for Varric. That one's good. Critical hit chance. Stacks up until you get a crit. It's decent. And there's a lot of passives here. Yeah, alright. Because I'm not swapping out their abilities. My character's not bringing in new abilities at this point. So it's about making those abilities stronger. And really the way to do that is, at this point, with passives. Anywho, that's what's going on with my life. But I'm going to go see Nosferatu, which I'm really excited about. So, if anything, that's a good reason to make sure I still go, because I can't not see Nosferatu. It's already been out for 2 weeks. It's shameful that I haven't seen it already, but I've been waiting specifically for this event so I could watch it. With much sadness. Alright, let's grab this camp while we're here, so we can come back. It's in the treehouse. It feels like it's in the treehouse. Which is cool and annoying in equal measure. Which is my sweet spot. I mean, it's absolutely in the treehouse. Okay. Up we go. Sure, this makes much sense for a camp. I mean, I guess it does. It puts you in a position of power, easy to defend. Reminds me of Skyhold, though. Skyhold's very defensible, but in a world without planes, a real pain in the ass to get to and from, you know? Skyhold's cool, but it's a nightmare. Like, it seems like a really bad place for a base of operations. You need safety, you need protection, but you also need connection to the rest of the world, especially given how much traveling we do.
About that bed now, Spark?
Oh my god, Varric.
Feel good, actually.
You're crazy. We're beating Corypheus every time we turn around. He's on the run.
We're beating his minions, my hirsute little friend. Not the same thing.
Some people say of our goods, bless the Hackonites' weapons gods. Given our run-ins with them, I'd say the Hackonites see it that way. Keep to your patrols, stay focused, and remember to report in as scheduled. If we get hold of any of their blades, we'll want Grandin or Kiv to take a look. They know magic.
Besides, the moment we crush Corypheus into the sand, I'll be more than happy to pay up.
If he crushes us, you'll be dead.
I assumed they were going to give me a quick way down.
Make it harder to spend my winnings, true.
And a quick way up? Yeah, alright, now I'm on board again. That's fine. Right, I'm assuming that's how I'm going to wrap around up to here. Let's go get that rift. Are we on time? Right, we'll get the rift and we'll call it a day. Unless the rift is in an awkward place, which it probably is. Hello, Hackonites. Any of you ranged? Just you. You're dead now, bruh. Bunk. Okay. Try that again. My, speaking of relationships and stuff. Do I want to go? Oh, I'm not going to go into that. I've changed my mind. Cotton. Okay, it's tier 3 and it's common. It's rubbish. Never mind. It has like a fancy blue outline, so I thought it'd be good. It's rubbish. Alas. Bonk. At least I finally bloody remembered to check, though. That's the important thing. Alright, where is this rift? It's up here somewhere. Where you at, Rifty? Yeah, little Rifty. It worked. It's a pride demon. Spare demon. Spare demon. I see you. Don't think I don't see you. Come here. And instantly turns around. Which, as I say, is a really, really big deal for my damage. Don't I do 50% less damage when not hitting from behind or flank? Something like that. Alright, come on, Pridey. I'm just trying to get my back. Had a bit of healing. Lovely jubbly. Ah, no! Oh man, I was trying to... Didn't realise it was on cooldown. I die so much. And I really don't think I'm doing anything wrong. I definitely play more cautiously than I am. But I don't know how necessary that should be. Especially with ranged enemies, you can't really do much about it, to be honest. Gotta take your licks when they appear. As they say in the licking clubs. Boom! Another rift bites the dust. What have you got for me, rift? Prowler Whale. Heal 25% of damage taken over 10 seconds. See, that sounds good. But because damage is so staccato, it's so quick and in such high amounts, it doesn't really matter. Because most of the times, if you take like a full-on hit from an enemy, you're probably going to die. You know, you can take 1 or 2 hits. Alright, anyways, so I guess we'll head back to the left. We'll go do those camps. We're making a good dent in this. I suspect we're maybe... I don't want to put predictions on how long left we have, but I'm happy with how we're going our way through this. Although maybe I want to go east, actually. If we go east from here and go south, that's probably how we get to Colette, and then we can teleport back here and go west. That sounds like a better plan. We'll do that. Either way, I will see you lovely folks then. Thank you very much for joining me. Cheers much as always. Bye-bye.